Katie here from the Scrappy Sisters, and I'm up with a layout for Confessions of a Paper Addict. Now, I am using the Legendary Collection from Coco Vanilla Studio, and I'm trying to show you here that I have stitched around part of this background paper. So this was a full page background paper, which I fussy cut out the circle shape. It's like a mandala type design, and I actually used some grey thread. It's actually quite hard to see on camera. You can sort of see it on the back of the page here, and I've stitched around part of the cut file. Now, I cover most of this up, I'll be honest, but it does just add this cool kind of texture to the layout, and I'm really happy with how it looked. It took a while, and I just did a back stitch, straight stitch. I didn't do a chain stitch on this one. I actually stitched this quite a long time ago, and I knew that I wanted to do this concept, but it just sat on my desk waiting for the right pictures, and then I decided to pull out not a really old cut file, that sounds bad. This was one of the original cut files that Virginia released when she first opened Confessions of a Paper Addict. It's called Be Brave, and it will be linked down below. And it also has an arrow that sort of goes in the middle of the Be Brave little one. I've left the arrow off for this layout because I am adding my photos into that section. So I stuck down the stitched circle background paper in the middle of the page, and now I pulled out all of these stars from the Legendary Collection, and I've got these kind of star outlines. There's 4 of them. There's 2 large ones and 2 small ones, and I'm just sticking those across the center of the page. This is the background is very kind of muted and undertone. There's not a lot of color, and the color comes into the cut file, as you can see with the papers that I've backed, but I kind of leave the background pretty basic. In fact, I leave this whole layout very basic. That's why it's so short. I haven't cut anything out in terms of editing of this video. I've just sped it up by twice, so it's double the speed, but you can kind of see, because it's only an 8 and a bit minute long video, that this only took me 15 minutes to put together, because I'd already done the stitching and I'd already backed the cut file. Everything else was very quick. So the photos that I've chosen are some photos that I shared on my Facebook page, explaining a little bit more about Link's condition. He's got a condition called TOF OA, and I shared a post. It was TOF OA week in the UK, but whatever, we still celebrated it here. So I kind of just did a bit of an education post, and I actually used the photos from that post as well as a little kind of diagram explaining what TOF OA is. And then I thought, you know what, I want to put these on a layout. So the photos kind of range from the day, or the day that he was born, and then the day after, and then there's a copy of his kind of x-ray that was taken showing his swallowing when he was about 2 weeks old. Oh no, it was a bit younger than that. It was about day 10, day 8, somewhere around then. And then a photo when he was about 8 months old, I think. And so I'm just using those photos and kind of creating this sort of cluster of photos through the center of my layout. And so my idea is I'm going to frame this layout, so this will end up going on the wall rather than into my album, I think. And I'm not doing any journaling because it's a very self-explanatory layout to me, and I don't think it needs journaling. But yeah, I just wanted to capture the photos and formally scrap about Link's condition. So that's what I'm doing. So I have just pulled out only a couple of embellishments. So a couple of little tabs. One says noteworthy, and I'm tucking that in behind the picture of his, you won't be able to tell in the size of the video that you'll be watching, but it is a x-ray of his esophagus. And then I'm adding another one that says memorable, and that's going on the photo of when he was born. And then I'm just embellishing with stars, and that's it. And I've got one word banner that says incredible. And honestly, that's it. That's all I do. And so it's a simple layout, but I'm really happy with how it all came together. And I think it shows you that you can use cut files, and they don't have to be you know, they don't have to take too much kind of effort to back and use. I know some people get a bit put off by the fact that some cut files can be really intricate, and I love those cut files as well. I think there's a place for all different types of cut files, but these text cut files are cool because they're your title, they're a focal piece, and they don't take away from your photos, and I just think they work really well. So I would encourage you to have a look if you're a bit unsure about cut files. Maybe you haven't sort of delved into the world of cut files before. Either try large title cut files like this, or full page background cut files. That is my suggestion to you, because you can make them then as kind of you can make them stand out a lot, or you can use them kind of as a background, and you can really make them work with any kind of layout. So that would be my recommendation, to start there, and then once you're in the world of cut files, you'll get swept up and you'll enjoy it. That's my feeling anyway, that I think you will find that you will enjoy it. So I'm sticking down these stars, and I've stuck them around sort of above and below my photos, and then I'm sort of figuring out where I want to put the banner that says incredible. There was a few different places I kind of tossed around, but I didn't want it to cover that middle photo of kind of outlining a child with TOEFL and a child without TOEFL, and comparing those just as a bit of an educational image, and I didn't want to cover that, so that's why I stuck it on top of the little, and I think it works there. Be brave, little one. And incredible sort of works as well. Now, I thought that this background needed a little something else before I added my splatters. So I got my good old trusty black pen out, and I am just doing a doodle border, a doodly border. That is what I'm doing. So I'm not great at these, but I think that's the point. They don't need to be perfect. So I'm doing a double line kind of around the edge, just to go with the messy look, and so I make a few little mistakes, but honestly it really doesn't matter. I haven't done a doodly border for a long time, but I forgot that I really like them, so I definitely need to use them again. And I actually did a layout straight after this, which you'll see on my channel later on in September, and I made them one after the other, and I totally did a doodly border on that one too, because I just it's like when you had the pen out and you started it, you just keep going. And then I'm coming in with some navy Heidi Swap Colour Shine, and I really do add a lot of splatters. Again, I just felt like it needed something else to sort of tie it all in together and make sure that round circle element kind of fits on the page nicely, rather than looking a bit stark on top of the white. So I add a lot of splatters. But I'm really happy, and I add the navy, and then I come back in with the gold. So that's what I'm doing now, and yeah, really just going to town with the splatters. So that's it. This layout is basically done. I'm going to show you some close-up photos soon. All of the information will be linked in my description box, like it always is, so you can come along and join the Confessions of a Paper Addict Facebook page. Come and hang with us there. There'll also be a link to the shop and a link to this cut file directly, and I encourage you to go and check it out and come and hang out with us. You stick around on our channel for the next month as well, because we have a lot going on in September. We have videos going up every day, and on days where we have a COAPA video, you'll get 2 videos a day from us. So there's a lot going on, so come and hang out with us, enjoy our layout inspiration. We would love to have you. Make sure you go and check out everything in the description box, and we will see you in tomorrow's video. Thanks guys, bye.